In this video, I'm going to show you how to fly an Airbus A320. Through this guide, you will know how to fly any Airbus in the family of the A320s, as they have the exact same cockpit. The first step is turning on both batteries, as shown. Then you need to make sure that the external power, the engine generators and engine bleeders are on. However, these are already on, as we can see the off button is not displayed. Then we need to click the master switch and APU start. And now we wait for the available symbol to pop up. After about a minute, we will see that the available symbol pops up where the start switch is. Then we need to turn on the wings, turn on both engines. Switch on the APU bleed. And then switch on the fuel pumps. These are going to be displayed as off. Make sure they're on. Then switch on the two packs and the crew supply. Now we can see that all of the devices are working. Here we can see the altimeter and the direction. Here we can see the thrust lever. To start the engine, click the switch and then turn both engines on, as shown. Now you need to wait for the engines to warm up and reach an adequate level. And now you are ready to fly. Now that you know how to turn on an A320 and start the engine, now you switch to the proper flying simulator, YS Flight. Before you start, click the Options tab and switch your key buttons to the following.
Very quickly, before we get into the actual flying the aircraft, I'm going to explain some of the important concepts of flight. A plane has four main forces acting on it at all times. Lift, which is the lifting force, thrust, which is the force moving it forward, usually coming from the engines, drag, which is the air resistance, and weight, which is self-explanatory. Acceleration and altitude gain occur when the thrust and lift forces overweigh the drag and weight forces, and when these forces are all equal, then the plane remains in constant velocity. Another two important terms are angle of attack and pitch angle. The angle of attack is between the plane's wing and the oncoming wind. The optimal angle of attack for planes lies between 15 to 18 degrees. The angle of pitch is the angle at which the plane is to the ground, with the maximum angle of pitch being around 30 degrees when flying the plane. In this tutorial, I will teach you how to taxi, take off, bank turns, and land the Airbus A320 in a safe manner in YS Flight Simulator.
Click Create New Flight, select the Heathrow Airport or any airport of your desire, and then change your airplane to the A320, the Airbus 320. You will see this screen, click any buttons to start the simulator. You will be placed in a screen as follows. Put the thrust all the way up by clicking the Q key and start the engine. You can press FN F7 to switch to view and FN F1 to switch back to the cockpit. Now it's just a waiting game, waiting to get up to a speed of between 250 and 300 knots before you are able to take off. This will be roughly at the end of the airstrip. Once you feel that you have reached an adequate speed, pull your mouse back, which pulls the lever in the simulator and allows your plane to lift off. From here, lower the thrust slightly. And now you have taken off. Adjust the incline of the plane to no more than 30 degrees, making sure that it is a safe incline as you ascend into the air. Now, how to bank and turn. When you bank, pull your mouse slightly to the left and bottom, and if you want to turn left, press Z. Make sure your landing gear is back in the plane. Turn right, pull your mouse to the right and press C. This allows your plane to turn right. Make sure the incline, the angle of your plane does not exceed 30 degrees. Otherwise it becomes very unsafe. Now that you've taken off, you're probably wondering how to land. The first step is making sure you are aligned with the airstrip. Once you are, and it is reasonably close, put your thrust all the way down to idle and put your spoilers and brakes on, pressing B along with your flaps with S. This allows the plane to slow down to a speed which allows you to land safely. This should be a speed of no more than 160 knots. As you descend, make sure you are aligned. Make sure that when your landing gear hits the ground, making sure that it is not at a very large angle, if any at all. Make sure your landing gear is out so that you are able to land on wheels, and adjust the plane so that you are landing on the airstrip. Now it's just a matter of making sure that your landing is smooth. As seen, I'm making sure that the plane is upright and landing smoothly. Now you've just got to hope that your speed was low enough to stop. Your brake should already be on. If not, press the B button again to make sure it's on. However, it should be indicated in the cockpit. And now you just wait for the plane to come to a full stop. And you've just successfully flown an A320 and landed it.